Welcome to Biophilian's Kitchen.
who have grown on this kashayams, not giving milk, not giving sweets. They have not visited doctor even once, including me. Including me. Come on, you need to clap. And I will explain to you one more event or incident. This I did plan back in 2008, I believe. This 2004 or 2008, I don't remember exactly. 2008. This dengue was very severe, and H1N1 was also very severe. So we, as a group of concerned volunteers, went to different villages and distributed the pamphlets to drink these kashayams, and we also gave some homeopathic medicines. And we started this in April. And then by the time this is around Mysore, HD Kote, all those villages, we were traveling, and the monsoon came early. Instead of end of May and June, it started raining in the month of May itself. So few of the villages got disconnected because of heavy rains. So we couldn't visit those 2-3 villages and give the information and the homeopathic medicine. And wherever we have gone to the villages, all the people did not get this dengue and chikungunya. And those 2-3 villages got the sickness. And this was not planned, but this was observed. In fact, this was noted in one of the documentaries made by DD or Karnataka channel, and people from that patch have actually talked about this. So, incidentally, we have documented this so-called, you said, control and experiment. But actually, you can do these experiments yourself. Don't wait for you. Just 6 weeks drink these kashayams and you see the change. And this control group, this group, that group, this kind of scientific studies are not going to be done soon, because the system doesn't want this to happen. In fact, I have cured hundreds of diabetic patients and no one wants to write, publish. Though I have cured thousands of people, it is not scientific because it is not published in any journal. So don't worry about these guys publishing and wait for your health to be degenerated to that extent. Start eating, it will come. The science fellows also will catch up slowly and study.
My second part of the question, it's more philosophical, as you were mentioning earlier. More, we are basically herbivore.
Yes, yes.
So if you are herbivore, what about those people who are living in very cold countries and that part where we don't have any vegetation? How do they, if we have to really have a wellness in mind, how do they do that?
See, if you are talking about fellow who is living on South Pole and North Pole, am I right? We are not supposed to be there. So over a period of time, you are eating. So according to me, if things were to go right direction, we all should have found ourselves in places where we grow our food, or the food is grown by itself. And the human race has not been scientific or philosophical, for that matter. Over a period of time, we have been doing all things wrong. You think we are right in using plastic for everything? We are using even to make dosa this non-plastic stuff, and the plastic is going into our mouth. After 6 months, you are throwing away. So these kinds of philosophical questions are misplaced because we have not done things right in the past, and we continue to do things wrongly even in the future. I'm not the one who thinks that we are going to correct ourselves soon. But human race has been throwing lot of opportunities by various people. Say, for that matter, Mahavira has been telling, he said, he went and begged people with one hand, not two hands. You know that? You know the story? So he used to beg the Mahavira Tirthankara, go and he used to One hand, that he said that food is enough for that particular time. So he said, you know what he said? Ahimsa paramadharma. So don't be violent in your living. So there have been, and our Basavanna in a Vachana, he tells, now that you asked philosophical question, I would want to read that Vachana. It is so beautiful. Excuse me, bear with me please, because I like it. I can read, but I just want to read without making mistake. So it's not clicking. I have to go back. ಮರಣ ಹೂವ ಕೊಯ್ಯದು ಮರಕ್ಕೇರಿಸಿ ನದಿಯುದಕವ ನದಿಗರ್ಪಿತವ ಮಾಡಿ ಕರುವನ ಗೆಲಸಿ ತಾಯಿ ಮರುಗಿಸಿ ಮೊಲೆ ಹಾಲ ಕರೆದು ಉಣಬೇಡವೋ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮಾಯೆ ಹಲವರ ಬಾಯಿ ತೊಣದೇ ಹೋಯಿತು. He is talking about the milk. Don't fool the mother and don't take away the baby from the milk that it has to drink. And if you drink that milk, bayi tonade hoitu, you will have allergies in the mouth, that means stomatitis. And that's exactly what happens if you drink milk. You get immunity lost and all allergy. So I can go on telling you lot of these kinds of warnings given by various our forefathers, ancestors who had wisdom how to live. How about our Shankaracharya? So many people have come and gone, not only in India, in other places too. What did Christ say to him? He was a vegetarian. Am I right? Then why all are Christians not following what he did? Rather, they keep talking something else. And Muhammad Paigambar is supposed to have carried a small lamp for miles together when they were crossing some deserts. And he said, you can ask the camel and take the blood, because there is nothing else. Even to do that, he wanted a prayer. But now in the name of prayer, we are killing everything. So, it's there. Philosophically, everything is there in the... We don't need to be what we are now. In fact, I keep telling, we are devilish. Instead of being human, the human race has become devilish in its acts. So philosophically, my answer is, we need to become human. And being human is to make non-violence the essence of our existence. And that's what we call sadhana. So in our acts and thoughts, we have to become non-violent. And what did our Gandhi say? I hope we remember Gandhi, but we know we have Gandhi brandy shops. So that's how we are remembering him. You see the point? Thank you.
Good evening, sir. I'd like you to share your thought about the water.
Yeah. Water.
The water, we get oral water and we get tanker water.
Yeah, we have.
And we use RO.
Yeah, we have RO water, alkaline water,
yes.
All these waters, all these technologies, all bogus. The only water that you want to drink in its true sense is flowing water. When it rains, the water flows on the soil, collects, and you see the beauty of it, that the tedious of running water in the rivers and the waterfalls is exactly the same as any living cell. So the TDS between 100 and 200 is right. If you have your RO water which is removing all the salts, When you drink that RO water over a period of time, salts from the cells start coming up. You will screw up the balance of the salts.
What do we do, sir?
Yeah,
How
don't
do we
drink
rectify?
RO water, that's all.
Can we use directly the
Yeah.
water? And
Any water that is coming from the ponds, from the rivers, that you want to clean off. Yeah, you want to clean about bacteria and viruses. You have the copper plate technology, which is invented thousands of years ago in India. And copper and silver, these two are the metals that have 4s to 5d transition of electrons in silver and 3d to 4s in copper. And both can help to clean the water. So if you put a copper plate or silver plate, of course silver is too costly, that's why I always say copper plate. But silver plate doesn't do that much good job as copper plate does. So you take a pot of 20 liters of water and dip this plate for 7 to 8 hours. The free running electron structures the water. That is, water falling from a high waterfall, the potential energy becoming kinetic energy structures the water. What is structuring of water? Arranging the oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen bonding in a proper fashion. And when the water flows, the salts, everything starts accumulating, the structured water gets disturbed. So when you put copper again back, because of the running continuous electron jumping from this to that copper atom to a copper atom, you get that structured water, and the viruses also die because the running electron kills all the viruses. So over a period of 24 hours, you can take it out and clean this plate. Very simple fashion, a tamarind juice or lemon juice. If you don't have, you can even use tomato juice to clean this. With little salt, if you clean this back again to serve you. So this plate, which may be costing 300 or 400, can help not only you, your daughter, daughter's daughter, daughter's daughter, all generations you can use this plate. And proof of this, we have our ancient sadhus always used to carry a copper kamandalam. And you go to some temples in Madikeri and all, even now the temples are all coated with copper plates, and the pillars are all, because wherever there is huge conglomeration of people, there is a possibility of infectious diseases. So they were so scientific that if you just keep touching copper, the viruses get killed. In fact, that is the logic. Many of the old generation people had copper thing for their kids and things like that. And not only that, they also regulate your electric discharges, the copper plate. So a lot of such good technologies which are very simple and very, very cheap. I mean, see, you spend 400, your whole generation after generation can get to drink good water. And even today, for the last 45 years, we have been using this technology. I have not got any filter in my house, and I go and visit many places. Till today, I have not taken a single tablet in the last 45, 50 years. Absolutely, I have no headache. No, of course, I have had a lot of accidents. That's a separate issue. But even those accidents, I get healed by myself. I don't take any tablets. Even painkillers are not necessary. Many of the different pains can be easily mitigated with the right food habits. In fact, many such so-called testimonials are available on Facebook and YouTube, the videos. A lot of people are talking about it now after following these simple, wonderful food systems. We can get out of many sick conditions. Thank you for asking the question.
Sir, but the problem is there is adulteration everywhere. So how do we know that is the right copper? Because we got the copper bottle because it was in trend.
No, don't
and
take
the water
bottles.
turned bitter.
Yeah, I understand. Bitter because copper bottle you cannot clean properly.
Okay.
So that's why I don't advise copper bottles. I advise copper plates. Put it in, actually earthen parts are the best because they are the most safe. Even steel sometimes, if it is not good quality steel, you can get lot of things, bad things on it. So mud pots, you cannot do anything wrong with it. You get go to a mud pot, you get it, put water, and at least water to store and drink and cook, you use that. For other purposes, you can put it. I don't like the plastic, but then people are using plastic left and right, everywhere. I hate people doing that, but then what can we do? Each one has to realize by himself or herself. We can only pass the information, am I right? So, please stop using plastic for all things that you use. Anything that you use for food. Sadly, we are using for salt also plastic. You put in plastic dabbas and the salt that you are using is coated with desiccants. How can salt, if I leave it here, not absorb water? That means all the salt you are using, if I put outside, it doesn't absorb water. That means they have done something to it. Am I right? Oh, free flowing salt. Advertisement. Oh, we are all. What kind of nonsense? The salt means it should absorb water. That means go back to your original sea salt. Oh, we cannot use it properly, and that is the reason why you screw it up with chemicals. You better learn how to use it.
ಸಿರಿಧಾನ್ಯಗಳು ಮೊಳಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತಾ?
ಮೊಳಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಮ್ಮ.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋ ಮೊಳಕೆ ಇದು ಸಿರಿಧಾನ್ಯ ತಂದ್ವಿ ಮೊಳಕೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. So they said they have polished that also.
No.
How do we get the right?
No. Siridhanya, the rice will not give you sprouts because they have been removed of the husk. If you want the sprouts, you need to have the husk on it. So you need to have the seed. So the things that are selling, that are sold is actually after removing the husk. So you can never sprout the rice that you are buying. You want to sprouts, you have to go back to the farmers and buy the original seeds.
Okay.
So that is the first thing. And we are also, I agree, there is contamination, there is adulteration, there is all this. In fact, the Sami and the little millet and barnyard millet, actually they are almost white in color. So lot of people are using the rice, broken rice, mixed with this, and then they have been selling like that also. So all these things exist. You got to be careful. This market economy, everything is allowed. Everyone can fool anyone else. So you got to be careful because see, the system itself is fooling.
So fruits also are now having a lot of chemicals.
Yes.
So if we don't get access to good fruits, is it okay? Because we need sodium from fruits, right?
No, you don't get sodium from fruits.
Okay.
You get sodium from salt.
Okay.
So eat little bit of salt. Of course, you get sodium from your grains also. Nothing to worry. That's not an issue here. But it's a different. Actually, I look at it as a different way. The fruits, because of so-called horticultural policies that each government is taking, they are allowing a lot of chemicals to be sprayed in the name of giving permission. Oh, you can have this much on this, and it accumulates. So all these rules formed by these governments and the universities are all maintained not because it is healthy for you, it is because it allows these companies to flourish, nothing else. So don't believe when they say this much is okay, and they give certificates, FSSI certificate, this certificate. So the certificates are not going to help you or create healthy environment. See, these certificates are given by human beings only. They are not going to help you because the fellows in the government are giving all wrong certificates. I am sorry to say this, but then if you are certified, you think you are okay? All over the world, everything is certified. In America, everything has to be certified. And what are they happening? They are getting Alzheimer and autistic kids are born. You understand what I am talking? So don't believe these certification processes. I am sorry to say this. Nothing is true there. You got to have trust and belief in the farmers, and we have screwed that up. So the whole system is in a big mess. We need to create. That's why I said we need to start shifting from economic model to ecological models. And ecological models require trust, interaction with the farmers. We need to respect them. We need to give them money that they require. So don't ask the farmers when you go to the market, oh, this kothambari soppu 20 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾ? Like that, our behaviors have to change. So it's not easy. I know what I'm talking is very remote for the present times. But then if I do not dream of that condition, we will never even think about it. So I'm trying to communicate to people, let's dream about creating this healthy society wherein we have healthy practices. I know it's far-fetched. I understand it. Because I'm the one started 20 years ago. No one knew what ARCA was. Nowadays no one questions. ARCA means they know it at least. 20 years back when I said ARCA, what is it? The farmers didn't know what it was. But now, after 20 years, the whole world is talking about millets now. Because we persisted our journey, trying to communicate to people that these things exist and we can get back, we can grow. And as I told you now, Karnataka is the place where the largest amounts of millets are grown, and I hope the whole world catches up with it and we start looking upon the decoctions. And in fact, many people didn't know the kashayans that I have written. There are 60 to 70 kashayans. Common root, it is called Ruta graveolens, and Sada Papu in Telugu and Nagadari in Kannada. The plant is eliminated. Only after I started talking about it, now again nurseries are growing and then slowly things are coming back. So we need to build up an ecological model on this planet, and that's why I am talking about. I agree, we are all in a difficult times. We need to work together, and it is not just Khadar's job to provide these things. I am here only to give you the information which I have worked diligently for the last 20 years, and we have created enough information, and we have shown, not by writing papers or curing 10 or 15 or 100 fellows and drawing graphs and say it is published. We have dented the consciousness of human race now in the last 20 years that there is a different way of living, different way of producing food, different way of conducting ourselves on this planet. And this has happened many times in the past. But then we have been losing the war. And now we have no time to lose this war. We need to conduct ourselves properly and make the future generations live in better conditions. And that's what I am trying to request or beg or whatever word that you want to use. I don't mind begging people to do this. I don't mind requesting people to do this. I don't mind asking people to do this. But I don't want to order people, because that's not the nature of human beings. We need to understand. We grow only through knowledge. So share the knowledge and wait for things to happen. And that's what I'm doing. Thank you very much.
Hello, sir. First of all, before going to my question, we should say thanks for your the research from past 30 years you did and shared with us. And now I want to go for my question. To 1.5 year baby on the sir, baby ki West syndrome. So,
Can you come to the center right now?
I have 1.5 year baby. A baby ki West syndrome problem. సో నుంచునేకి ప్రాబ్లమ్, బ్రెయిన్లో సీజర్స్
Yes.
ప్రాబ్లమ్స్.
Yes.
వన్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ వీడియో చూసాం సార్, మీరు నైజర్ ఆయిల్, కోకోనట్ ఆయిల్ ఇవి పట్టించమని.
Yes.
అయితే ఎంత పట్టించాలి, ఏమేమి ఆయిల్స్ పట్టించాలి సార్?
Everything is detailed written, but now that you are asking, I will tell you the details. You need to give, what is the age of the baby?
1.5 years.
1.5 years, 1 spoon is enough. Once the baby goes beyond 5 years, you can give 2 or 3 spoons. And then feed them humbly
Yes,
of
sir.
all these 5 grains on a regular basis. And then give toddy palm jaggery if you want to give sweet for your baby. Don't give even a single particle of sugar
Yes,
to
sir.
your baby and live completely away from him.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And I am sure in a matter of 3-4 years there will be lot of difference, because we have found lot of these kinds of kids improve enormously in a matter of 3 years.
Yes.
So you do need 3 to 4 years to make the improvement, but I have found over a period of 6 months itself, kids start feeling the wellness.
Yes.
And many kids who did not speak for 8 years, after doing this right food practices, in a matter of 8 months, and believe me, they started speaking the words. That means they are accumulating. There is something there, but it's because of their motor skills not being developed, they didn't speak. But all of a sudden, they spoke words. Not they didn't learn
Yes.
the words. They started speaking the language itself. That means they are absorbing, but they are not able to speak, some of them. So all these things have happened in the past experience of my clinic. I have been actually practicing so-called homeopathy. I use the word so-called because I am not a doctor. I have learnt personal interest, and every day I get to see minimum of 100 patients for the last 15 years. And my daughter is also a homeopathy doctor, so we have been treating these kinds of lot of so-called hard to crack cases, and we have been very successful, not by medicines, not by medicines. I do know homeopathy works at a particular level. I can talk about it in a different platform, that's a separate issue. But then food is what all we need, nothing else, to be healthy. So please, and we will be able to make everyone healthy if we practice this natural stuff. Everything has to be natural. So most often what happens for many people is everything doesn't fall in place. So if you get oils, you may not get the siridhanya. If you get siridhanya, you may not get the right decoctions and all that. That itself will take some time for you to make things happen. But please do strive to give the kid all that is listed, because we have made the list with a lot of diligent work. So each listed disease is appearing there on the list after having observed hundreds of people got well in that particular table. Okay, so please follow it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
So here, so the best way to eat these millets is only the fermented way, or how, sir?
No. That is one of the important ways of eating, because fermented porridge restores your microbial balance. Once you have restored microbial balance, you have to eat once a week or so. Otherwise, it is not necessary. You eat always fermented porridge. So you can eat one day idli, one day dosa, one day fermented, one day even biryani, but don't eat meat. You can make vegetable biryani, no problem. You can make puliyogre, you can make even pickles with this Ghana oils. You can eat pickles, you can eat rice with dal, rice with sambar, everything. That's how we eat. We eat all kinds of wonderful dishes we make. In fact, you can follow some YouTube kitchens are there, Biophilian's kitchen, and in fact my daughter also started posting some recipes recently. You can make very old recipes, very new recipes. You can make Spanish rice, no problem. You can do everything you want. In fact, my daughter even made noodles. Though it's not very important, but the present day kids want noodles because that has been advertised.
So your opinion about these mixed millet flour?
Which one?
Mixed millet flours.
Flour.
Making powders
Ah,
of
yeah,
these
you
and
can eat
using.
flour and eat roti, no problem. But
Ah.
still you have to soak for 1 or 2 hours.
How about eating it mixed, sir? Talking about in combinations? Mixing 2-3 millets together, making powders and making some puttu or something?
No. I don't advise to eat in mixed conditions because each grain is required to clean up our body in different places. So if you mix, nothing works properly. There is not enough amount of fiber of particular kind to clean lungs, to clean this, all that. So I would advise you to eat each individual grain separate. Say 2 days little millet, 2 days Kodo millet, 2 days German millet or whatever you call Barnyard millet, like that.
So can you please repeat those kashayas again for me?
The 7 kashayas for
Yeah.
immunity, I will repeat.
1 minute, sir.
Yeah, you write what it in Kannada or Telugu or English? English, okay. Bermuda grass,
Yes, sir.
holy basil,
Yes.
giloy leaves, wood apple, that is agale,
Yes.
Pongemia pinnata, it's called honge, Ajidarita,
Yes.
that is neem, then people, that is Ficus religiosa.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Namaste. Sir, I'm here. Sir, gallbladder stones ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನಗೀಗ 8 to 10 mm ಇದೆ. I'm getting that pain right side ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ, ನಾಸಿಯಾನು ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲಾಡರ್ನೇ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
I told you in my lecture, they want to remove everything.
They said it's a waste organ, you can remove it ಅಂತ. You believe it or not, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ 6 ಫ್ಲಾಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 25 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲಾಡರ್ ದೇ ರಿಮೂವ್.
Yes.
So ನಾನು ಅದು just I'm fighting against that.
Yeah, so there are two immediate response for you is to see a good homeopathy doctor. Within 2 days you can reduce your pain, not to need to suffer at all. 2 days are good enough. Okay, but then you want to completely remove, start using Niger seed oil. Early in the morning you drink 1 week Niger seed oil, 1 week sesame seed oil. In a matter of 6 to 7 months everything will dissolve and come out. Nothing to worry. And there are kashayams mentioned in the list of the decoctions. Liver and kidney cleaning, there is a particular protocol. What to eat, what decoctions and what to do. So do this much. In fact, you will be surprised, in 6 weeks you will have no pain at all.
ನಾನು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ತೆಲುಗು ಸರ್, ರಣಪಾಲ.
The Ranapala is Bryophylla pinnata, and then Nelanandi, then you have Kothambri. Kothambri is also one of it, and then Baledindu, that is your plantain stem. These 4 decoctions will start removing your gallbladder stones, kidney stones, even pancreas stones, all that is. And you just go to sirijeevan.org, you can download everything in Kannada, Telugu, English, Hindi, Tamil, everything is there.
Thank you, sir.
So good evening. First of all, I need to thank you.
Yeah.
Because we are 4 of us in my family.
Yes.
All 4 of us have benefited from your Siridanya, sir. Because I was obese. Because I was obese more than 100 kgs and I was also having a gallbladder stones in my. But after having a Siridanya, I was being able to reduce even more than 30 kgs and even the gallbladder stone has been reduced today.
In fact, I had in American coming from America, there was 228 kilos. Now he is 80 kilos. And hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cases. So thank you for.
Also, I'll be able to reduce, but because of mobile addiction, I'm not able to.
Yeah, even your mobile addiction you can get out. There are decoctions you can drink. I'm not joking. I'm very serious. I'm very serious. It is written in the booklet. You please follow that. You can come out of your mobile addiction, you can come out of your morphine addiction, you can come out of your liquor addiction. In fact, you can even come out of the so-called sex addictions, all kinds of bad habits, and everything is written. It is written there. You correlate the ground top millet. Ground top millet should be your main food. Its fiber has wonderful qualities of cleaning your body, nerves, mind out of addictions. And we have done it very efficiently. You won't believe. I should say this, but I will say it anyway. There were some... you don't understand, these addictions are very funny. There are people who are addicted to some peculiar habits, very peculiar habits. There are fellows who smell petrol. Without petrol smell, they cannot live. So they go and take petrol. Even that petrol addiction, and of course, coffee tea addiction is the biggest addiction. People have agreed that coffee tea is okay, so people are not thinking that it is addiction. Actually, you are addicted to coffee and tea also. It is the most difficult addiction to get out of is coffee. That's what now and then in my regional language lectures I keep mentioning. Bear with me. Brahmans anna coffee nilsri anta helodu onde, Muslims anna mamsa tinodu nilsri anta helodu onde. These are all addictions. We are all addicted to this. So you can come out. There are decoctions, especially Ponginia pennata, giloy leaves, and there is one more leaf, the castor oil tree, no? The small trees. That leaves, they get you out of these addictions. We have worked on many addicted people. So even the petrol addiction is, and in fact the petrol addiction actually was for a Swamiji. There was one Swamiji who was addicted to one of the mathas, Swamijis. Of course, a lot of people are addicted to milk also. Without milk, they cannot sleep. So all these addictions can be helped. We have done this work, and it is recorded in the book.
Aggressive. Don't even tell me what your diseases are. Write down in an envelope and keep it. Follow the protocol that is given. After 6 months, you go and check. And all these things have been done.
మీరు చెప్పిన పాలల్లో ఏ పాలు ఇస్తే
మీకు ఏది కావాలంటే అది వాడుకోండి. ఎంపల్ది వాడుకోండి, బ్లడ్ది వాడుకోండి. రెండు విల్ వర్క్. బోత్ విల్ వర్క్. Both will work.
Good evening, sir.
In fact, in one of the organizations, one manager had last 5 years, his medical record was so dismal that every day, every week, he was getting piled up. He had cholesterol, he had triglycerides, he became diabetic, he became BP patient, then he went, they said they have to put stent, and then all of a sudden they said he has kidney cancer. They wanted to replace, and he being in a high post, they said everything we will take, we go to America, get a transplant and all. That's when his wife said, why don't you give a try for 3 months? Lo and behold, in 3 months, he became completely new. There was no diabetes, nothing was there. Then he became very active, and he started talking about to his juniors and his group of people. And all of a sudden, all 80 people's records of health became different. The doctors, what happened? How all of a sudden these guys are becoming better? Because for the last 10 years, they have been giving all medicines, their file has been growing. Then they said, we are eating this. Then the doctors
got interested and they started eating. Their health also got better. So like this, lots of events, lots of examples are there. Things are happening not in 1, 2, 3 numbers, not in hundreds, thousands of people are getting better. It's just high time you changed. Please do change. There is not just hope, it is for sure you can be healthy. And I believe there is no one on this planet who can say this. You can be healthy. It's your choice. You choose to be healthy or unhealthy. Be in economic model or ecological model. Choice is yours. Till now there was no choice. Now we have created a choice. Please choose right. That's all I can do. I cannot force you. I cannot order you.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
I have an issue of varicose.
Yeah, varicose veins is the simplest of the problems. What all you need to do is every day, daily in the morning, throw your legs to the wall and lie down for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And tomatoes are the best medicines for your varicose veins. Take tomato juice, apply it before you are taking bath for 10-15 minutes, nicely rub with ripened tomatoes and take bath. And in the night, you need to have some kashayams before you go to sleep.
Sorry, sir. It's varicose.
Varicocele or varicose
Okay.
veins. You can get rid of both of them with the same protocol.
Okay.
In the book, it is very clearly mentioned. There are few decoctions. Parijata, papaya, leaves decoctions will remove this. And you need to walk regularly, slowly and steady. And walking is a must for all human beings. We are designed to walk by God. Keep walking. The more you walk, the better you are. The more you walk, the better you are. And if your age is increasing, you walk more. So if you are between 50 and 60, you walk 1.5 hours. Between 60 and 70, you walk 2 hours. If you are 80, 70 to 80, you walk 3 hours. And if you are 80 to 90, you walk 4 hours. You will be better.
Okay, thank you, sir.
ಗೋಧಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅಕ್ಕಿಗಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ 5 ಸಿರಿಧಾನ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ ಬಳಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ರಾಗಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್.
ಎದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ?
ರಾಗಿ,
ಜೋಳ, ಸಜ್ಜೆ, ಬರಗು, ಮೆಕ್ಕೆಜೋಳ. These are 5 grains which are called neutral grains because their fiber content is not as much as these 5 grains. So if you are sick, you are diabetic, don't use ragi. It will not help you. If you have heart problem, don't use ragi. It will not help you. Don't use jola. It will not help you. So if you are sick, already having diabetes, BP, thyroid, all this, you stick to only these 5 grains. And you are healthy like me, you can eat all the 10 grains, one after the other. But don't eat the same grain every day. That is going to cause trouble. Even if it is brown top, it is the least, the ratio of carbohydrate by fiber. But that alone cannot give you complete health. So you need minimum of these 5 grains. There may be many more grains to be discovered by human race to keep healthy. So I am not saying these are the only 5 grains, but right now I have done work on these 5 grains, and I hope the next coming generations can do the work and discover more grains in various parts of the world. So you want to be healthy, this is assured, but the ragi cannot give you complete health. In fact, many people who eat ragi on a regular basis have lot of So ragi you can eat once in a while, no problem. In fact, ragi can give you good milk for your babies. You soak ragi and overnight and then grind and get milk. That could be a good milk feed for 1 week or 2 weeks for your babies, growing babies. So you can also take part that milk, no problem. So on a regular basis, ragi is not going to help you. We have done a lot of work on it.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, my son is having some psoriasis disease.
Yes.
He tried with many English medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, and homeopathic medicine. It is not working out.
It will not work because the problem can be solved only by food. And till oil he has to use mainly. Every night he has to apply wherever. In fact, we have cured ichthyosis. You know what is ichthyosis? Ichthyosis is the deepest skin problem that once you sleep in the night, by morning on the bed you have 2 kilos of scales from your body falling like fish. That's called ichthyosis. So they keep scratching. 1 kilo, 2 kilos of it falls onto the bed. That kind of serious skin.
So he has to apply till oil, sir?
A till oil in the night, and then there is a particular protocol in the booklet, psoriasis. You follow that. Especially you have to eat brown top and foxtail millet. Everything is detailedly given, and the decoctions that you have to drink. this aloe vera, lol sara, Kannadadalli lol sara, that kashayam you have to partake, and everything is written. And
Which book it is available, sir?
you go to sirijeevan.org, sirijeevan.org, and all books are there, Kannada, Telugu, English. You can download whichever you want, everything is free.
Sir, coming to the rice and wheat, now we are hearing that this Rajmodi rice which is coming up. So, what is your opinion on Rajmodi rice? Second one is on the Javegodi.
Yeah.
And on the Joni Bella, which is also, we see these in the organic store. So, what is your opinion on these?
No rice is good.
Okay.
Basmati rice, Rajmodi rice, black rice, white rice, knee rice, that rice, this rice. All rice, Orasa sativa, has 0.2 grams of fiber only. It releases glucose in a flood into your blood. So, no rice is good. Okay? And kuchlakki, yakki, akki, all kinds of attachments we have. Oh, I have been eating this and all that. But everything is not good. There is a simple test called renal tolerance test. We did this test. What is this? You take a diabetic patient who has HbA1c 10 and then feed them all these grains porridge and collect their urine and check for glucose after 1 hour, after eating. You will see what I am talking. Scientifically, we have graded all these grains by doing this test. Everyone can do this. So, what it means is that it releases glucose into the bloodstream and then it is finding itself in the urine, because renal tolerance, if you do not get glucose out in your urine, that means the blood is not receiving glucose very fast. And that's what we want in any grain that we eat. So if you pass the renal tolerance test, then your grain is good to go. And that's how these 5 grains are the best. In fact, that is the test first in 1999 I did, and then figured out these are the kinds of grains that we need to eat. That is a quick test. But then quick tests are always not ensuring you the complete health. So we need to really give to the diabetic patients. And over a period of 3 months to 6 months, we have found his HbA1c come to 5. And that's not enough for me. Can I maintain that? After having got to 5 HbA1c, I asked the patients to eat again rice and wheat, so-called Javegodi. Lo and behold, in 3 months, their HbA1c again raised. So, what do we do then? That means we need to keep eating this. And then I have actually checked. Like this, we did work for 7 years, not 1 year, 2 years. So there were patients who were eating this for more than 2 years and never ever their HbA1c went up. That means what? That fiber content, that ratio, that single digit ratio of these 5 grains is what protecting us. And once glucose is in control, no disease dares to come in. And that is the beauty of these grains. So you will have some infections come, but they are driven out immediately. And then followed by decoctions, you are strengthening your immunity on a regular basis. Hence, you are given complete health. And this Joni Bella you asked.
Right.
Joni Bella is actually made from sugar cane. That is actually a form of jaggery done in coastal areas. The reason is, sugar, as I told you, absorbs water. So even if you make good, within 3 days it starts absorbing water. It becomes liquidish. So the coastal area people are very smart. What they did, we'll make Joni Bella. That means make the Bella itself liquidish so that it doesn't. So they put it in mud pots, and then the molasses kind of gets thickens and then becomes Bella. It's a different way of making Bella, but it is made from sugar cane only. Thus, it is not good for you, because sugar cane product, anything, gives glucose in a short jiff. So that's why we want to avoid the sugar cane sweet. But you can eat sweet made out of toddy palm, silver date palm, fishtail palm. In fact, India was famous for its sweet because we were the only country in the past making sweets in the whole world, for that matter. So Bengal used to make the silver date palm. It's called Eachvakila. From that they used to make. And in south, Karnataka used to make from Tatinunu, that is Borasys plant. It's also another pomaceae. And in Andhra, they used to make fishtail palm called Jiluga. So all these sugars are actually out of fructose. The content of this jaggery is fructose based, and fructose is sister of glucose. It is sweet but doesn't flood your blood with glucose. Fructose to become glucose takes almost 21 steps even biological way. So you can eat jaggery or made out of palm jaggery and still not have your sugar problem compounded in your blood. So even diabetic patients can take part sweets made out of palm jaggery of different kinds. Palm jaggery means not one kind, there are various kinds of palm jaggeries. So get to palm jaggeries and you can eat sweet, no problem. That's what I eat. When I want to eat sweet, I use palm jaggery. We make gulab jamun also with palm jaggery. We can make payasam, we can make all kinds of sweets. In fact, all the sweet recipes, the naivedyams, are actually made in our old temples by Niger seed oil, toddy palm and little millet. Not only in South India, even North. In fact, even now in North, it's called Vrata rice. Same is, whenever there is God's functions, they fall back to Same. Even now. So that is the answer. No sir, I am flooded. I actually started covering myself. I don't see my phone, I don't see my email. It's flooding. I mean, it's now, earlier I used to say thousands, now it has become lakhs. So I am not available on e-net. It's very difficult for me to deal with too many people. In fact, I am not able to deal with patients that are coming into the house. Forget about WhatsApp and phone calls. So that's why I am reaching out to people. All the information we are trying to communicate. And you don't need me. You need the information, that's all. You need the products. So you don't need me. All that is required for people is out in the public domain and it is free. Please take it and distribute.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
ಈಗ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಗೋಧಿ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಬಟ್ 3 ಹೊತ್ತು ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು
5 ಹೊತ್ತು ತಿನ್ನಿ. Because nowadays doctors are telling eat at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. In fact, you don't need to eat 3 times. Once you start eating this, after 5-6 months, you will settle down to 2 times. You eat in the morning and you don't want to eat anything in the afternoon because it gives glucose slowly and steady.
ನೀವು ಹೇಳೋದು ಈಗ ಗೋಧಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿನ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ.
Absolutely. No two things about it.
ಈಗ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಕಿನೋವಾ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
Quinoa is not a grain. It is a pseudo grain. It is actually a leaf seed. So you cannot produce enough and it is not good for you because it is very difficult to digest also. You need to process it a lot and it is not sustainable and it is not going to help you. But there is 3.8% fiber. That's why this soap, and it is gluten free. This gluten is there in the wheat, which is causing a lot of troubles for everyone. So they want to, it's a commercial activity. Gluten free is quinoa. So foreign companies have come up with that.
ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಒಂದು ಹಾಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೋಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
ಅದು ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫೈಬರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. That's what we are also telling. These are real grains, complete grains with everything that you require, starting from all. We have got the list, nutritional list chart, from minerals to vitamins, everything is available. Not only that, you have lignans, which is not there anywhere in the world other than these wonderful grains. So everything that is required for full health for human beings, it is there in these 5 grains.
Thank you. Namaskar, sir.
Sir, you have to grab the phone, microphone and call. You keep lifting, nothing is going to work.
Sir, namaskara.
ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಸಿಯಂ ಅಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ
Best, best food for calcium is sesame seed. You have 10 grams of calcium in 1 kilo of sesame seed. And this is universal knowledge. All over the world, people sprinkle sesame seeds in many dishes. And in India, of course, without til, there is no dish at all actually. Everything, puliyogre, this or anything you like, in fact even sweet, you sprinkle sesame seed. 1 gram of sesame seed is good enough for a daily basis of your calcium. And milk is not good for you as calcium. Many people are convinced that without milk you get no calcium. But milk is not supplying you any calcium. Absolutely zero calcium you get actually.
ಸರ್ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ವಾಕೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ?
Normal walking. You are not going to Olympics. Don't worry. You don't compete with yourself. You walk. See, each day you can. It will vary. If you have fought with your wife, you cannot walk fast. If you are happy with your wife, you walk well. The same with your husband if you have fought. So you don't need to walk the same distance in same time. You walk 1 hour. Some days 3 kilometers, maybe some days 4 kilometers. It doesn't matter. You just have to walk. That's all.
ಸರ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. 3 to 4 ಲೀಟರ್ಸ್ ನೀರು ನಾನು ಕುಡಿತೀನಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಕಿಡ್ನಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ ಅದು ಅಂತ?
3 to 4 liters is okay. If you drink 6 to 7, 8 liters, it's good. Because your total amount of blood itself is 5 liters. So you don't want to drink lot of water. So half, as I keep telling you, half of that. So how do we decide? You have 5 liters and you are actually small, not very tall. So maybe 2 liters is more than enough. Yeah.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಬಿ ಪಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಪದಾರ್ಥ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು?
ಎಲ್ಲ 5 ಧಾನ್ಯ ಬಳಸಮ್ಮ. ಅಂಡ್ ಈ ಗಾನ ಆಯಿಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದರೆ ಅದು ತಿನ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡ್ ಕಷಾಯಂಸ್, ಆ ತಿಪ್ಪತ್ತೀಗ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಅಮೃತ ಬಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ, ಅದು ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು ಬಿ ಪಿಗೆ. ಪಾರಿಜಾತ ಎಲೆ ಕಷಾಯ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾಳೆದಿಂಡು ಕಷಾಯ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. ಈ 5 ಧಾನ್ಯ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ 6 ವಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಆರಾಮಾಗ್ತಿರೋದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 3 ವಾರ ಅಂಬಲಿ ಕುಡಿಯಿರಿ. ಅಂಬಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ
ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಪದಾರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿ ಗಂಜಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಕುಡಿಯೋದು.
ಹಾಂ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಗಂಜಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ತಣ್ಣಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು 10 ಗಂಟೆ ಇಡಬೇಕು. ಕುದಿಸಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಕಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 10 ಗಂಟೆ ಇಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. 10 ಗಂಟೆ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತಿನ್ನಬೇಕು. ಫುಲ್ ಅದೇ ಒಂದು ಹೊತ್ತು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತಿನ್ನಬೇಕು. ಹಾಂ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾರನೇ ದಿವಸ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದು ಇಡ್ಲಿ ತಿನ್ನಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಅಂಬಲಿ ಕೊಡಿ.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
Yes. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes. Yeah, no, if the organizers do not have trouble, we will spend some more time. Yeah, because I don't want to.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, I am having rheumatoid arthritis and overactive bladder.
Yes. Of course, we have cured thousands of fellows out of these cases. It is listed in the book. Please follow.
Where is the book, sir? I joined late actually.
Oh, then you should not ask the question. There is a website called sirijeevan.org, sirijeevan.org. You have all the books in 5 to 6 languages. You can choose and download free. Everything is listed. Rheumatoid arthritis, BP, HIV, cancer, everything is there. Just choose your disease and follow.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
I'm suffering from dermography since 3 years.
Which one?
Dermography.
Oh, your skin problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
How can I get rid of it?
Very easy. I have actually already explained about psoriasis, ichthyosis. So, in fact, skin cancer also we have managed to cure a lot of people. So, nothing to worry. Just follow the protocol for skin problems. Just follow that. In 6 months, you will see the difference. Axibita is one of the seeds you can use now and then. It's not going to help you a lot unless you have your staple food fixed properly. Yeah. All these Ghana oils are good. For skin problem, till oil is the best. Sesame seed oil.
Excuse me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So my son was diagnosed with tuberous sclerosis.
Tuberculosis,
Yeah,
yes.
the brain and eyes are impacted.
Absolutely no problem. It is listed in the table, sir. Tuberculosis. We have had very good luck of curing a lot of TB patients. Hundreds of them. All kinds of TBs. Lung TB. In fact, there are TB tumors here and there.
Tuberous sclerosis.
I know. I am talking about various kinds of TBs are present. It's not just TB means people think of lungs. There are a lot of tumors that are present in many people. They drain here, inside brain also. Yes, skin also. Yes, I know. We have helped a lot of such. It is written there. TB, lungs, one protocol is there. Please follow.
To get rid of yeast spur.
Calcareous spur. Actually, it is due to hormonal imbalance. So, the protocol, if you read, there is a table called hormonal imbalance. Follow that. In fact, calcareous spur is because of testosterone levels going haywire and the extra growths are there. Cartilage grows and it becomes bone. And then these guys will give steroid injection. If nothing works, they want to cut. Nothing works actually. So, the best option is same. Little millet is the one which corrects the hormonal imbalance as a base food. So, in a week, 3 days, and then remaining each day one, and follow the decoctions very clearly written, hormonal imbalance. Yes, everything. Actually, that protocol gives everything, the whole day's protocol. What to drink, when, the oils, everything is clearly mentioned.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So here. So I have been taking the millets from past 1 year, but it is not helping me with anxiety disorder. So does it help, or am I doing something wrong? Or
Mostly you must be doing something wrong. The thing that goes wrong, especially with anxiety and all, I actually explained in the morning. You need to sleep in pitch dark, and lot of addictions you must have. Mostly people who are anxious get to addictions.
No addictions.
Listen, coffee addiction, or sugar, or alcohol, cigarette, or including nowadays the mobile addiction. In fact, what are addictions? You are instigating the same thing in your brain again and again. And actually adrenal metabolisms are going haywire. So all these things are actually addictions. So if you start, in fact we have just recently uploaded srijivan.org about schizophrenia, anxiety, everything. Protocol is very clearly written. You need to follow, and the most important thing is try to be in darkness for longer periods. So spend time in darkness. The problem with all of us is even in the night we are not in the dark. We always have something or the other light in it. So I mean darkness, pitch darkness. Even in your windows should be covered with black curtains because there is a lot of light around your house. You don't want single ray of light coming and falling on your body. In fact, that is the most sincere way of sleeping to have. If you do not have good sleep, your anxieties do not go on. So have a good night's sleep. To have a good night's sleep, you need to walk. As I told you, if you are now your age is 40, 45, you need to walk minimum of 1.5 hours. And then once you are above 40, I would like you to walk in the evening times rather than in the morning. Because if you walk in the morning, you tend to fall asleep around 3:34 itself. So if you walk in the evening, you will sleep through your night well. And sadly, nowadays people have nervous imbalance because of what they are doing, eating and all that. So you are woken up by yourself to urinate every 3-4 hours once. And that is increasing. So all those things will be mitigated if you walk well in the evening, say at 5:30 to 7 or 6:30 to 8, and then take little rest, take bath and eat. And that also will make you be outside in the sun when the sun is setting. And the sunset time, the sun rays have enormous benefit for human bodies. So we are neither in the sunset time or sun rising time, we are not in outside. We
Do I have to try any kashayas?
Kashayas are also written there.
It's there. Okay. Thank you.
Especially common rue is a plant which is very good for this.
Sir, I have just one question. Nowadays, I see there are so many commercials coming to use oats.
Yeah.
Is it healthy? And
No.
there are multiple commercials, Sapoda and all that.
See, all these
colored and multiple.
I agree. I agree. Oats we do not grow actually.
Yes.
It's a foreign, especially from Australia.
Okay.
So all these companies who can grow more, they will come advertisement. There will be an expert declaring that it is good for you, and then lot of commercials running.
And especially those people who want to lose weight, they are eating more and more throughout the day.
And they are gaining more and more weight.
Okay.
But
It's
eat
not
these
healthy.
5 grains, everyone will become healthy. No doubt about
So
it.
that's not healthy, right?
That's it. No, I'm not saying don't eat oats, but oats is not going to help you because its ratio, we have already worked that out. It comes into neutral grains.
Okay.
It's not going to make you lose weight.
Thank you so much.
Sir, namaskara, sir. Sir, namaskara.
Yes, sir.
Sir, ನಾನು 3 years ಇಂದ ಮಿಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ರೇಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಮಗೆ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಗೆ 58 ವರ್ಷ. ನಾನು ಮಿಲೆಟ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಸರ್. ಇದು ತಿರುಪತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆಯಿಂದ 9 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಹಾಗೆ ನಡೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಎಸ್.
ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೆ.
ಎಸ್.
ನಾವು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಮಿಲೆಟ್ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಕಿಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್, 100 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕಿಡ್ ಆದರೆ ಇದು ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ 14 ಡೇಸ್ ಇದು ಪೇನ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲರ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಪೇನ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲರ್ ಅವ್ರ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿಷ್ಟು ಜಲ್ದಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅನ್ ಈವೆಂಟ್, it came in Facebook, going to doctor, that is guaranteed.
Sir, ಇದೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸರ್.
No, I'm not blaming doctors. No, we don't want to go to doctors. That's the whole point.
ಸರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳು US ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೀಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಸರ್. ಅದು
ಅವ್ರು ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್. No, there is nothing right in US. Sir. They may get millets you send, sir. But all the other things, even the houses they live are carcinogenic.
Sir, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಮಂದಿ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್
Hello sir, you should go and see, they have weekend parties.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ?
Pizza, this, that, all that they keep eating all wrong things. So how can they be right?
Sir, what is the best remedy for hair fall?
Hair fall. Yeah. Why does your hair fall? Because there is one important ingredient called selenium, which is required to be absorbed properly. So not only hair fall, you have bald head. As I told you, so many people are bald nowadays. In fact, women are also becoming bald. Women, by genetically, they are coded not to be bald, but even that is being completely going wrong with our food. And the reason is this, that selenium is not being absorbed, which is very well present in lot of greens. And so what it means is that we have stopped eating greens. Many people say, I am eating this, I am eating this, but they eat this much kothmire, just garnishing and all that. But we need to eat enough greens on a regular basis. So luckily we are blessed in India with lots of greens. You go to other countries, they don't even know what to eat, what not to eat. They know one, spinach or some lettuce, nothing more. But we in India have minimum, even today, even if you go to the markets, you get 10 kinds of greens. So please eat lots of greens regularly along with these grains, and one of these grain is very good for you, little millet. So people who lose a lot of hair, eat little millet, your hair will stop falling. And it will eventually fall, once you go, it's going to happen. But it will be natural, the process will be natural. And water is another important reason. This plastic water you are drinking is actually blocking the celiac region to absorb all these wonderful minerals. So stop drinking this plastic water and start drinking this copper plate water. In fact, I've had a wonderful case of 6-year-old twin babies not having hair at all on their heads. Not having hair at all. This happened in Malleshwaram. In fact, the couple were so depressed because the kids were not able to mingle with others. Their personalities were getting deformed. They heard one of my lectures, this I think way back in 2009 or so, even before all this TV, YouTube, all this came. And actually they are from a very religious family, Brahmin Madhva's family, and they could not get, single hair was not there on the head of the babies. And then they heard my lecture and they started following copper water in the mud pot, and lo and behold, 6 months, the babies had full hair on their heads. They brought the babies to the next session, which was in Rajeshwari Nagar. This all happened 8-10 years back. And you can be assured that if you change water itself, your fall of hair will stop actually. Because that is one of the main reasons. The water, the plastic water, I call plastic water. The plastic water is the main culprit for our hair fall.
Useful data because there is a lot of advertisements.
For what, sir?
Cornflake and wheat flake.
Yeah.
Actually, I find they are all do a lot of advertisement by MNCs.
Absolutely. This sweet corn, they are producing so much. After feeding all the animals, they have excess of it. And they want to the same thing with soya bean. So please never ever eat this sweet corn, which actually is fully loaded with a lot of diseased condition. So please avoid that.
And my second question is that do you have Siridhanyas any equivalent flakes which we can use it for breakfast?
Yes. We are making, not me of course. A lot of people are now, in fact in Mysore there is a shop near my clinic.
Okay.
They regularly sell flakes of Arca, Kodo, all these things are. Bangalore, I'm sure it is available.
Sir, how to reduce this PCOD and asthma?
Yeah, it is very clearly, protocol is given, sir. Thousands and thousands have got cured of PCOD. Okay. PCOD, I know many women are suffering. In fact, young girls, 40 out of 100 girls have PCOD. Can you believe that? And each and every case can be helped if they shift to this food grains.
What about asthma, sir? Same.
Yeah, asthma is very simple. Just eat Foxtail millet 3 days in a week, your asthma will run away from you.
Sir, one general question, there is some belief, these milk products and non-vegetarian stuff should not be taken together, and some religion practices also they will prohibit it. And when I visited Israel, they say milk is actually for growing the children, and this meat and chicken and all for killing the animals you get. So these are two contradictory type of foods. When they go to the stomach, they will create some reaction, and they say it should not be eaten. Do you?
I am telling, don't drink milk, don't eat chicken, or don't eat any meat. So where is the question of asking you to don't eat any of this nonsense?
No, but any reaction will take place in stomach?
Obviously, hormone imbalance.
Okay, that's good.
Because you are creating lot of hormones right there in your tummy. Each kilo of meat, as I told you, has got 8 milligrams of this stuff. So why do you want to feed yourself with all these unnecessary things? No, as a human being, we should not eat any meat. That is given.
So my brother 15 years was under.
Many people's kidneys are failing.
No children.
Yeah, creatinine is not children, infertile. Yeah, lot of people are, as I told you, Germany, there are no kids born. Absolutely. Age is 49, average age. And the same thing is happening. Why do you think you have IVF centers? In vitro fertilization. All these things because of hormone imbalance. So, there is a protocol for infertility very clearly written in the book. The first thing you want to do is go to Little Millet. Little Millet corrects all the hormone imbalances. And stop drinking coffee and tea and milk and paneer, all this stuff. eat these foods within 6 months. As I told you, many women who had 8 abortions, even after having conceiving, they cannot bear kids. All these issues can be easily solved by following this protocol. And I am speaking here standing not for 1 case, 2 case, 3 case. Hundreds and thousands have gotten well.
Good evening, respected Dr. Khadar Valli, all my friends here. It is a great opportunity for us to listen to Dr. Khadar. I have heard him about 2 years back when he visited DRDL. Again, he had a lot of audience. He is known as the Millet Man of India. Actually, he is now the Millet Man of the world. And you know his background, probably people would have introduced him. It's a very great life he is living. A man who has lived by the street, learned, and coming to take a degree, a doctorate in biochemistry from Indian Institute of Science, going to the USA, but ultimately following his heart. Something was, pricking him, and that finally brought him, and he's spreading the word. Today I must thank him for sparing an entire day, both at ADE and DRDO Township, spreading the message. But finally, it is for all of us to imbibe this new ecological way of life. Thank you very much, sir, for having come here. We are very, very grateful to you. And I hope that we will listen to you many more times. We will be liking, we would like to call you again and again. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Now I'd like to welcome Mrs. Preeti Nanam to please chairperson of AD Women's Cell to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening to all of you, respected Dr. Khadar, directors, senior colleagues, and all my friends. On behalf of the Mahila Kalyan Manch of DRDO ADE, of DRDO Bangalore, ADE and EMU, it is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. I will not take too much of time. We are so grateful to you, sir, for coming here such a long distance from Mysore to enlighten us on eating healthy and the importance of millets in our diet. We promise you, sir, that we are going to follow you. Though your footsteps are very large, we will try and take baby steps and try to also encourage others in the use of millets. A lot of effort has gone into organizing this event. Thanks to Director ADE for planning this event. The Director Secretariat of ADE has joined hands with EMU and Mahila Kalyan Manch to give good publicity to this event. Thanks for all the banners, the posters and the white publicity. EMU got this community hall arranged for us with all the facilities. Thank you so much. MKM is systematically organizing welfare programs in the DRDO Township. This is one such event. Hope all of you make use of these events. Due to lack of time, I don't want to name any individual and thank them. However, in whatever way you have helped us, thank you so much. Thank you all for attending this program and making it a success after a long day of work. Thank you so much.
you for watching.